A bit of a late video going out today to you guys. Let's go ahead and dive in because we have quite a bit to talk about per the latest SPC forecast here for both Friday and Saturday. I am Ryan and this is Michigan Storm Chasers. Welcome to the YouTube channel. Today's video is sponsored by Mike Hayes Roofing and Siding. They are based up in the thumb of Michigan, Sanilac, St. Clair counties primarily. For any roofing or siding needs that you may have, feel free to give Mike Hayes Roofing and Siding a call. 810-984-4564 is their number. And a special thank you to Mike Hayes Roofing and Siding for being today's spotlight sponsor here at MSC. Let's go ahead and walk you guys through day by day. On your screen currently is the SPC Storm Prediction Center Day 1 outlook here. Do take note. The western part of lower Michigan here is in a general thunderstorm risk, the light green areas. The white areas, there's no risk for thunderstorms or severe weather for that matter. Now, just off to our west here across the lake in Illinois and Wisconsin, there is a marginal risk for severe weather and even a slight risk out here in Iowa there in yellow. Now, hazards for today for Michigan are nothing besides general thunderstorms, but we are going to watch a complex that's going to form off to our west and push across Illinois. It may try to make a run towards the southwest part of Michigan. It's not expected to be severe. We're going to watch it regardless, though, because here in Michigan, funny things can happen. So hazards for today, off to our west. Tornadoes out there in Illinois, Wisconsin, Iowa, and Minnesota. It is a 2% chance. The wind over toward Illinois, Wisconsin is 5 to 14%. And the hail risk is also 5 to 14%. Now, let's talk about the model for the time frame tonight. Looking at the HRRR model, afternoon, dry for the most part. We did have a storm today up in the thumb near the Richmond area that did have some gusty winds with it. It wasn't warned, but did take down some power poles up there. So perhaps some minor damage via that one singular storm in the state today. But as we move into the evening hours, we still expect to remain pretty much dry across the state. But there's that complex off to our west that we're talking about. We're going to watch that area closely. The model does depict that it will weaken by the time it gets to us over here in Michigan. This is at 3 o'clock in the morning as I pause this. We do have some, excuse me, we have some pop-up storms down there by Kalamazoo in the Berrien County area. But the organization it had over here in Illinois, it's not there. So as we move into the morning hours into Friday morning, here we go into 8 a.m., 9 a.m., 10 a.m., 11 a.m., some scattered showers, perhaps a storm across south central Michigan there for your early morning Friday hours. Now, let's go ahead and fast forward into your day 2 outlook. This is where things get a little bit more serious. Per the latest SPC forecast, we are now at a level 2 risk, slight risk for severe weather in the yellow zones. Places like Grand Rapids, Lansing, Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, Flint, Detroit, Adrian, Monroe, and Ann Arbor. Hazards tomorrow, guess what? It's all hazards. So let's go ahead and start with the first one. Tornadoes. It is a 2 to 4% chance there across south central Michigan there in the green colored zone. It is the lowest percentage you can get on the scale. It goes from 2 to 60%. We are at 2 to 4%. Next hazard is damaging winds and likely the main hazard. It is a 15 to a 29% chance of a damaging wind gust within a 25-mile point within that yellow zone. In the brownish red color surrounding the yellow, it is a 5 to 14% chance within a 25-mile point. And then last but not least, a hail risk does exist. 5 to 14% chance there in that reddish color, Grand Rapids, Lansing, Flint, and Kalamazoo areas. So all hazards possible tomorrow. Let's go ahead and go through the model HRRR for Friday. We're going to pause it right here at 5 p.m. Friday. Here's 6 p.m., 7 p.m., 8 p.m. This model says we are pretty much dry almost all day tomorrow. I wouldn't be shocked to see some pop-up storms through the afternoon, though, but take attention to the west across the lake here. Here comes another complex across the lake. Here's 9 p.m., 10 p.m., and that arrives roughly around 11 p.m. or so around that time frame. That's going to be an area to watch for severe weather. Additional pop-up storms are possible through the afternoon. Those could also become severe. We'll watch it regardless. Main time frame, though, looks to be a bit later on in the afternoon tomorrow. And then that leads us to Saturday. Yes, another risk is in place here again, pretty much statewide for Saturday, with a slight risk in effect for southern and eastern lower Michigan, a wide area there: Detroit, Ann Arbor, Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids, up toward even Alpena and the Tawas City, Tri-City areas. The yellow risk there, again, is a 15 to a 29% chance of a severe weather happening there. And there is no current hazards depicted. That will come tomorrow with the SPC outlook. Now, going back to the model here, we're going to run through the RFS model for Saturday. We're going to see pop-up storms there across the afternoon hours here. Here is 2 p.m. on Saturday. Look at that nasty looking cell there by Kalamazoo. Again, this is just a model, so don't look at this and say, oh, we're going to have a storm over us at 2 p.m. on Saturday. It could happen, but it's just a model giving you guys an idea of what may happen with this setup. So here's 2 p.m. Saturday. Here is 3 p.m. Excuse me. Here is 4 p.m. Here is 5 p.m. Here is 6 p.m., 7 p.m., and 8 p.m. there as that line pushes out of the state. But we do have some more storms up there in the UP still ongoing at that 8, 9, 10 o'clock time frame before those die out and we remain dry for a pleasant Saturday night into Sunday morning. But Saturday on the model here does have some pretty potent looking storms, and as such, that risk has been extended as a slight risk for your Saturday, July 12th. Now, back-to-back days here mean we are going to be doing back-to-back briefings. 7 p.m. tonight, catch Joel and myself here on YouTube, Facebook, X, and Twitch. And again, at 11 a.m. tomorrow morning for an update on how your Friday looks. And then if there's no severe ongoing at 7 o'clock, we'll do a 7 o'clock briefing tomorrow for your Saturday and a repeat of Saturday morning at 11 a.m. there. So 7 p.m., 11 a.m., tentative briefings here at YouTube, Facebook, X, and Twitch. Feel free to join us for all of those. I'm Ryan. I'm going to sign off here. You guys enjoy your evening. It's a hot one out there across portions of Michigan. Stay cool out there. I'll see you tonight at 7 p.m. here on YouTube.